Let's kick this off with a little bit of water, and then I'm going to start with the sky, which is a little bit of blue, ultramarine, a little bit of Payne's grey. Let's just bash that straight in, no faffing about. Down to somewhere about there, across there like that, fill it in. And then there's also, I'm going to put in where there's going to be water, so that's basically reflecting the sky. Just put it in at the same time, just so that it's exactly the same colour. Same mix again, this time I'm introducing a bit of red, bit of brown, same two colours as before, Payne's grey, ultramarine. And now I'm going to pop in, I've just got a little bit of yellow in there as well, not to worry. A little bit of green in winter. Let's just bash in some trees on the horizon line. Vary the height as well, don't put them all the same height. But I want this in nice and dark. Let's bring that down a little bit more actually. And then I'm going to scrape in. Got a building there. Scrape in another one there. Something going around along that. And then I'm going to go to town a bit with the scraping. So I've just something there just in front of that one. Also pop in a few trunks and things as well, but try and keep it solid, it's so easy to overdo it. Let's have a bit of telegraph poles. Grab some of that paint, just a little bit of abstract, just mix it all in. Now let's change the colour a bit now, so I'm going to go raw sienna, and in front of these we've got some things growing in these fields, so just pushing it right up to what we've just done, and we're coming down something like so, a bit of light red in there as well. Then mixing in the darks. I'm going to start. So if you can imagine, these are like the banks of the river. I put that one in by mistake, and I'm just trying to do the far side. Seeing a few of these bits coming popping down. take the sword liner, mix a few of those darks, a bit of that dark mix. And I'm going to start popping in a few trees and things on these banks. It's come from the same place, nice and thin. So what I like about this sword line, it holds a lot of water. I mean, I haven't got a decent rigger at the moment. I'm going to have to get one. So I'm just using this in place of that. Now, so that's that. And I'm also going to pop in a few reflections at the same time. And just grab some dark. Have something else in there. Going up there like that. Pop in the reflection and just pull across. Just make it look a bit more watery. And have something big just popping up there like that. Just cuts across in front of that. Bring that down a little bit like that, something like so. And then just have something a little bit small on this side. But you can just see the reflections there in the water. So a bigger one over there. Barely touching the paper on that because I want it nice and thin, the stroke. So you get quite a good variation. Come back to that in a minute. Just a little weak shadowy colour. I'm just going to suggest just a few little things. If I scuff these hairs up, something like that, stick a little bit of red. I'm looking for sort of the last of the leaves, sort of those reddy leaves. Some on the ground. Don't want to get balmy with this. I want some foreground leaves. I just want a few things growing up there. Very, very light touch. Don't want to get too mad with this foreground stuff. Just a few things dabbled around. There's some stuff at the base of these trees. want a little figure somewhere. I'm going to have a little figure just walking across there. A little dog in front of him. And just something there for him to walk on. Just walking through the scene. I'm just gonna keep that one nice and simple. Let's just sign this one down here. Right, let's stick a mount on that now and see what it looks like. So this is our finished painting, the mount. So if you have a closer look at it, so just below that sky there, we've got all the trees put in using the corner of the Hake brush. That gives you these nice peaks. And then in front of those, see where I've just scraped out a few cabins, a few telegraph poles, a few random little details, fence posts and whatnot. Our little man and his dog walking along the path past the village. And you can see the sword liner, very, very thin strokes, just by barely touching the paper. And then if you come over to this side, you can say using the same brush, press down, you get nice broad strokes. So you get great variation, very versatile brush. A few sort of half dead leaves about to fall into the water below. Very, very simple reflections. Just pop them in, just run my finger across them just to try and give it some sort of watery effect. And then the water, put in very, very easily, just using the same mix as the sky. So it just looks like the sky reflected in the water. And then just put a bit of paint just to suggest the far bank. Once or twice I put them on the near bank by mistake, on the wrong bank, but you get the idea. And a bit more sword liner work to suggest a few reeds in the foreground, and a bit of dry brush on with the rest of the bits. So I hope you enjoy that. Thanks as always for watching and for your support, very much appreciated. Hope you're enjoying all the challenges, the watercolour challenges, the main one on a Monday, the speed one on a Wednesday, the extra one on a Friday. There's plenty to be going on with. It's great to see everyone's paintings in the galleries. So if you've got any questions, please ask, and I'll see you again soon.